Did you know that the CPA license is granted by individual states rather than a centralized body? There are 55 US states that offer the CPA license. Each state has a board of accountancy which is responsible for licensing and regulating the public accounting profession. So if you are planning to sit for the CPA exam, you must first choose the board of accountancy you want to apply to. And in order to do so, you must meet the eligibility requirements of your state board of accountancy. In this video, I will explain the requirements every CPA candidate must meet in order to be able to sit for the CPA exam. So, are you ready? Hey future CPAs, this is Ala Abu Daya. I'm a licensed CPA in the state of Colorado and an AICPA member. I also help students pass the CPA exam and become CPAs. You are in the right place if you want to become CPAs. Hit the subscribe button and the bell so you are the first to know when I upload a new video. One of the critical questions every person asks when planning to sit for the CPA exam is, am I eligible to sit for the CPA exam? And what are the best states to apply to in order to sit for the CPA exam? Well, in order to apply to a specific state board of accountancy, you must meet the eligibility conditions required by the State Board of Accountancy. These requirements vary from one state to another. And that's why the CPA exam requirements can be confusing. And not only this, the requirement to sit for the CPA exam and the requirements to get the CPA license may be different. In this video, I will explain the requirements CPA candidates must meet in order to sit for the CPA exam. I will be explaining the licensure requirements in a separate video. And for international students, I will give you 3 good states to apply to at the end of the video. So stay till the end of the video. There are 4 primary requirements that you must meet in order to be eligible to sit for the CPA exam. These requirements vary from one state to another. These requirements are: number 1, the residency requirements. Some states require you live or work or have an office in the state in order to apply to sit for the CPA exam in that state. So for example, Missouri, Mississippi, and Ohio require you live or be employed or have an office in these states in order to take the CPA exam. But other states like Alaska, Colorado, Florida, California do not have this requirement. So this is requirement number 1. Requirement number 2, age requirements. Most states don't have an age requirement, and if they do, they require candidates to be above 17 years to sit for the CPA exam. So CPA candidates usually do not face any issues with this requirement, which is considered the easiest of all requirements. Requirement number 3, in order to be eligible to sit for the CPA exam, is the Citizenship Requirement. So some states require you be a US citizen in order to sit for the CPA exam. Others don't have these requirements. In other words, some states do not accept international students to apply to these state boards in order to sit for the CPA exam, such as Alabama, Hawaii, and North Carolina, which only accept US citizen candidates to apply to these states. Other states like Alaska, Arizona, Guam, and Colorado do not require candidates to be US citizens in order to sit for the CPA exam. So international students can consider these states, for example, in order to sit for the CPA exam. Now, requirement number 4 is the education requirement. This requirement is considered one of the most challenging requirements for students. All states require CPA candidates to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree in accounting. And some states all even require a higher degree than accounting, for example, like master's in accounting or equivalent upper level degrees. Comment below and tell me if you have a bachelor's degree in accounting. In addition to the bachelor's degree requirements, some states require also candidates to have a minimum of 150 credit hours in order to be eligible to sit for the CPA exam, such as the District of Columbia and Texas. Other states require candidates to have only a minimum of 120 credit hours in order to be eligible to sit for the CPA exam, such as Alaska, Colorado, Guam, Florida, and others. Now be careful here, because although these states accept 120 hours to sit for the exam, but they do not accept it for the licensing requirements. Comment below and tell me, how much credit hours do you have? 120 or 150 credit hours? Now the final issue here in the education is that each state requires a specific number of credit hours in accounting or business or other courses. So for example, Alaska requires 24 semester hours in accounting, in addition to 3 credit hours in business law, and 3 credit hours in economics, and 3 credit hours in math or computer science. So these are the requirements to sit for the CPA exam, which I summarize them by as the race requirements: R for residency, A for age, C for citizenship, and E for education. So once you fulfill these 4 requirements, then you can go into the race and go and apply to become CPAs. For international students who do not meet the citizenship and residency requirements, and who have a bachelor's degree in accounting and 120 hours only, the best states to apply to in order to sit for the CPA exam are Alaska, Montana, and Guam. If you want to learn more about the different state requirements, click the link in the description below, which shows all the 55 US jurisdictions and the requirements for each jurisdiction. Finally, go after what you want, pass the CPA exam, because you can become CPAs and save the world.